Most people think calcium only matters for avoiding osteoporosis, but after 60 years, it's also the quiet key to keeping joints flexible, movement steady, and independence strong. The surprising part, even though calcium is all around us, on milk cartons, in supplement bottles, and even in breakfast cereals, almost half of older adults still don't get enough each day. When that happens, the body doesn't just weaken bones, it also begins to borrow from your joints, leaving them stiff, sore, and more prone to wear and tear. I'll give you a quick example. A friend of mine, George, turned 68 last year. He'd started noticing that his knees felt heavier and stiffer, especially in the mornings. He thought it was just old age catching up. But when he began adding a few simple calcium-rich foods, like yogurt at breakfast and a sprinkle of sesame seeds on his salad, within weeks he felt steadier, on his feet, and found it easier to enjoy his morning walks again. The good news is you don't need expensive superfoods or handfuls of pills. The real solution lies in everyday foods, many of which are already part of your kitchen. Some, like yogurt or spinach, are classics, you know. Others, like certain seeds or small fish, may surprise you with just how much calcium they carry. In this video, we'll explore the ultimate list of calcium-rich foods, one group at a time. By the end, you'll know exactly what to add to your meals to support stronger joints and easier movement without counting milligrams or chasing complicated diets. When people think of calcium, milk is usually the first thing that comes to mind, and it's true. Dairy has been one of the most reliable sources for generations. A single cup of milk provides about 300 milligrams of calcium, nearly a third of what most older adults need each day. But milk is only the beginning. Yogurt gives you the same calcium boost while adding probiotics that help with digestion, something many people over 60 notice slowing down. Cheese, especially hard varieties like Parmesan, packs even more calcium into smaller bites, making it an easy way to strengthen bones and joints without much effort. For those who avoid dairy or find it hard to digest, there are now excellent alternatives. Fortified plant-based milk, such as almond, soy, or oatar enriched with calcium to match, and sometimes even surpass, the levels found in cow's milk. That means you can still enjoy your morning coffee, cereal, or oatmeal while protecting your joints. Think about how simple it could be. Starting your day with a small bowl of yogurt topped with fruit, adding a slice of cheese to your lunch plate, or winding down in the evening with a warm cup of fortified soy milk. These little habits add up quickly, helping to keep your bones and joints stronger while giving you the comfort of familiar foods. If you want to take a first step today, just look in your fridge. Could you replace your usual creamer with a splash of fortified milk, or add a cube of cheese as a snack? Even tiny changes like these build up over time. And I'd love to hear from you. What's your favorite way to enjoy dairy or its alternatives? When it comes to calcium, most people only think of dairy, but nature has hidden a powerful supply in leafy greens and vegetables. Spinach, kale, and collard greens may look light and delicate on the plate, yet they deliver surprising amounts of calcium. For example, a single cup of cooked collard greens can give nearly the same calcium boost as a small glass of milk. Bok choy, broccoli, and okra are also excellent choices, especially for those who prefer lighter, plant-based meals. The beauty of these vegetables is that they bring more than just calcium. They're packed with vitamin K, magnesium, and antioxidants, all of which support joint health and reduce inflammation. That's why people who eat a variety of greens often notice less stiffness and more energy over time. And unlike supplements, these nutrients work together in harmony, making the calcium easier for your body to absorb and use where it's needed most. Think of how simple it could be to add them into your meals. A quick stir-fry with bok choy at dinner, a fresh kale salad for lunch, or roasted broccoli as a side dish can turn an ordinary plate into a joint-friendly powerhouse. Many of these vegetables are also gentle on digestion and easy to prepare, which makes them perfect for daily routines after 60 miles. If you haven't tried it yet, experiment this week by adding just one extra serving of greens each day. It could be as easy as tossing a handful of spinach into your soup or blending kale into a smoothie. Small steps like these can bring steady, lasting benefits. And I'd love to know which green is your favorite. Spinach, broccoli, or something else. Share it in the comments below. I might discover a new favorite from you. 2. Calcium isn't just in milk or greens, it's also hidden in some of the most satisfying foods we already enjoy. Fish, beans, and nuts. Take sardines and salmon with bones. For example, just a small can of sardines can give you more calcium than a glass of milk, along with vitamin D and omega-3s that keep inflammation down and joints moving smoothly. These tiny fish are nature's joint protectors, and they're surprisingly easy to add to a sandwich or salad. Beans are another unsung hero. White beans, chickpeas, and lentils all carry calcium, while providing plant-based protein and fiber to keep your energy steady. For many older adults, swapping just one meat-based meal for a hearty bean stew each week can ease digestion and support joint health at the same time. Nuts and seeds like almonds, sesame, and chia round out the picture. A small handful not only adds crunch and flavor but also delivers calcium, magnesium, and healthy fats, all working together to support bone strength and flexibility. Let me share a quick story. Margaret, a 72-year-old from Melbourne, always thought calcium meant drink more milk, but milk upset her stomach, so she often skipped it. When her doctor suggested trying canned salmon, chickpeas, and a sprinkle of chia seeds in her breakfast yogurt, she was surprised at how much better her knees felt after just a couple of months. She didn't change her life dramatically, she simply swapped and added foods she already enjoyed. You can do the same. Next time you're at the store, pick up a can of sardines, a bag of almonds, or a tin of white beans. Add a spoonful of beans into your soup. Snack on a handful of nuts, or enjoy salmon once a week. These small, tasty changes can help keep your joints stronger and steadier without ever feeling like a diet. And tell me in the comments which one sounds easiest for you to start with. Fish, beans, or nuts. If you're finding these tips helpful so far, this is a great moment to pause and join the conversation. Which of the foods we've covered, dairy, leafy greens, or maybe fish and beans dough, you already enjoy the most? Share it in the comments below, because your ideas often inspire others in this community. And if you'd like more simple, science-backed health guidance made for life after 60 years, just tap the like button and subscribe to Senior Vik Health. That way, you won't miss the next step-by-step video, and together we can keep building stronger, healthier routines that really last beyond milk, greens, and fish. There's a group of quiet calcium champions that often go unnoticed, yet they can make a big difference for your joints. Seeds are at the top of the list. Just a single tablespoon of sesame seeds carries more calcium than half a glass of milk. Chia seeds, when soaked in water or added to yogurt, not only deliver calcium but also fiber that keeps digestion smooth. Poppy seeds, though tiny, are also loaded with this mineral. These little powerhouses are easy to sprinkle onto salads, oatmeal, or even bread. Herbs and spices can also surprise you. Parsley and thyme may seem like nothing more than garnish, but ounce for ounce they contain impressive amounts of calcium. Imagine boosting your meals simply by adding more fresh herbs into soups, stews, or sauces. It's effortless flavor with hidden joint support. And let's not forget dried fruits. Figs, in particular, are one of the best plant-based calcium sources. A handful of dried figs can give your joints a natural boost while satisfying a sweet craving. Paired with a few almonds or walnuts, they make for a snack that's both delicious and nourishing. I remember speaking with Linda, a 70-year-old retired teacher who loved baking. When she learned that simply adding sesame seeds to her homemade bread could improve her calcium intake, she smiled and said, "I've been sprinkling them for taste, but now I know they're helping my knees too." It's these small, often overlooked foods that can quietly add up to big benefits over time. So if you're looking for an easy first step, try keeping a small jar of seeds or dried figs in your kitchen. Next time you're preparing a meal or snack, sprinkle a spoonful or grab a handful. It's a simple habit, but one that can protect your joints day after day. We've covered the foods, but the real question is, how do you bring them together in daily life without overthinking? The good news is, you don't need a strict diet plan, just a few smart combinations can give your joints the steady supply of calcium they need. Picture this. Breakfast could be a bowl of yogurt topped with fresh fruit and a sprinkle of chia or sesame seeds. That alone gives you calcium from both dairy and seeds, plus a fiber boost to start the day strong. At lunch, try a simple kale or spinach salad, with a handful of chickpeas or white beans tossed in for protein and extra minerals. Add a slice of cheese or a drizzle of fortified plant milk in your dressing, and you've stacked 3 calcium sources without even noticing. For dinner, think balance. A serving of salmon with bones, or even a can of sardines, paired with roasted broccoli or bok choy, delivers a double punch animal and plant-based calcium working side by side. Round it off with a side of whole grain bread sprinkled with sesame seeds, and your joints will thank you. Snacks matter too. A handful of almonds in the afternoon, or a couple of dried figs in the evening, are small choices that quietly keep your calcium intake steady. The beauty is that you don't have to measure or count milligrams. Instead, by mixing and matching from the groups we've discussed, dairy or fortified foods, leafy greens, fish and beans, and those lesser-known heroes, you naturally build a strong foundation for your bones and joints. The key is consistency. A little bit every day works far better than loading up once in a while. So start with one swap. Maybe yogurt instead of sugary cereal, or broccoli instead of fries. Over time, these habits layer on top of each other, forming a routine that's both nourishing and enjoyable. One of the biggest myths about calcium is that you only need supplements to stay strong after 60. While supplements can help in certain cases, research shows that food-based calcium is often absorbed more efficiently, especially when it comes packaged with other nutrients, like vitamin K and magnesium. In fact, people who rely only on pills sometimes miss out on this natural teamwork of nutrients. Another common question is, if I drink milk, isn't that enough? The truth is, milk is helpful, but relying on just one food is rarely enough to meet your daily needs. Spreading calcium across different sources like greens, beans, and seeds makes it easier for your body to absorb and reduces the chance of digestive issues. Then there's the worry about kidney stones. Some older adults avoid calcium altogether because they fear stones, but studies show that calcium from food may actually protect against them, while very high doses of supplements can sometimes increase the risk. That's another reason why food first is usually the safer, more balanced choice. Finally, people often ask, do I need to count milligrams every day? The answer is no. Instead of chasing numbers, focus on variety. If you eat a mix of dairy or fortified foods, leafy greens, legumes, fish, nuts, and a few seeds or figs, you'll naturally stay close to your daily target without stress. So the takeaway is simple. Supplements have their place, especially if your doctor recommends them. But your first line of defense should always be real food, because it nourishes more than just your calcium levels. We've seen that calcium isn't just about strong bones, it's about keeping joints flexible, steps steady, and independence alive after 60. The good news is, you don't need complicated routines or strict diets. You only need to lean on foods you already know and enjoy. Dairy and fortified choices make it simple to start the day with a boost. Leafy greens and vegetables bring calcium along with powerful antioxidants. Fish, beans, and nuts add variety and joint-friendly protein. And those lesser-known heroes like seeds, herbs, and figs quietly fill in the gaps. When you layer these foods together, meal by meal, the benefits add up without effort. A yogurt bowl in the morning, a bean and green salad at lunch, salmon with broccoli for dinner, and a handful of figs or almonds as a snack. Suddenly, you've built a routine that fuels your body, protects your joints, and gives you the freedom to keep moving with confidence. So let me leave you with this. Don't think of calcium as a chore or a checklist. Think of it as flavor. variety, and strength hidden in the foods you love. And you don't have to do it all at once. Start with one small swap this week, and your future self will thank you. If you found this video useful, please tap the like button, subscribe to Senior Vik Health, and share your biggest takeaway in the comments. Which calcium-rich food will you add first? Dairy, greens, beans, or seeds? Your story might inspire someone else to take the first step. Let's build healthier routines together.